This is McCook's Mr. Bill. It is an honor to have you here. 3 God stories from McCook, Nebraska. The first was a lady came up to the candy truck and talking to me, and she said in our discussion that, she was hoping to go to heaven, and I said, "You sure don't want to go to the other place?" And she said, "Oh, I don't believe in hell." She said, "I do not believe God, a loving God, no matter what, would send someone to a burning fire for eternity. I just don't believe a God would do that. And so I do not believe in hell. I do, however, believe in reincarnation, though it's not in the Bible. I believe that if you fail to live up to what you need to make it to heaven, you have to come back to earth. And when you come back, whatever you hated most, that's where you get to go. That's what you have to go through. So that maybe your hate will be lessened and that you can learn enough, either that life or in the next life after that one, so that you can go to heaven. Interesting thought from a woman here in McCook, Nebraska. I worked for 25 years at a restaurant, and that restaurant had a dinner show at night. Quite often the people that would do the show would come back and talk to me after the show, where I was working in the middle of the night making products for the next day. A gentleman come walking by there, visited a little bit. He was a Jesuit priest. And his statement to me, as we discussed, and I said, "Well, at least you sure got an inside to get into heaven. And, for God." And he said, "Oh, I don't believe in God." And I said, "And then why are you a priest?" And he said, "I am a priest because," he said, "you tell me where an easier job than being a priest is." He said, "There's almost no work, physical labor." And he said, "Everybody respects you. You get a good paycheck and great retirement." He said, "A priest is about as easy a life as you can have and respected." I thought that interesting. Going for the job rather than for God. At the same time, I had a gentleman come in that area, in that time period, and he was also a priest, speaking that he had seen in his mind a dream that America was going to be destroyed. And he talked about that it would be a total collapse of America, but not from without, but from within. And not one war, but 2 wars at the same time. A race war and a communist and free world, or a left and right world, if you will, fighting. All 4 increments fighting, and mercy to none, destroying the infrastructure of America and weakening it greatly. So greatly that the world would then come in and devour, not just Russia and China. Many countries would come in, including Canada, who is becoming more tyrannical every day. And so with that in mind, he said the future is doomed for America.